Hello, Gru.
Hello. What? Hey, what the?
Gru never imagined that attending a reunion at his old school, Mayflower, would set off a chain of events that could threaten the entire world. As he stood before the gates of his childhood alma mater, memories flooded back, some fond, some not so much. The school had shaped him into the villain-turned-hero he was today. And now, after all these years, he was returning to reconcile with his past. But not all ghosts of his past were willing to let go. The reunion started on a high note, with old classmates and teachers reminiscing about the mischief they got up to in their younger days. However, the atmosphere shifted when Gru's old nemesis, Maxime Le Mal, entered the scene. Maxime, a once promising student who had been overshadowed by Gru's natural talent for villainy, had harbored a grudge ever since Gru stole his act as a child. Time had only deepened his resentment, and the years of plotting revenge had taken their toll on Maxime. He was no longer the boy Gru once knew. He had transformed himself into something more menacing. Maxime had combined his genius with a horrifying obsession, using cockroach parts to enhance his own body. His plan was simple yet terrifying: to conquer the world and reshape humanity into grotesque human cockroach hybrids under his command. With a sinister grin, he revealed his intentions to Gru, who quickly realized the gravity of the situation. Before Maxime could act, Gru, with the help of the anti-villain League Avil, managed to apprehend him. But Maxime wasn't working alone. His equally twisted girlfriend, Valentina, orchestrated a daring prison break, freeing Maxime and setting in motion their plan to transform the human race.
Anyway, you remember my girlfriend, Valentina?
Their first target, Gru's own son, Gru Jr., who they intended to turn into the first of their monstrous hybrids. A new threat emerges. The Avil quickly relocated Gru and his family to a quiet town named Mayflower, under the guise of a new identity. The relocation was meant to keep them safe while the Avil dealt with a growing threat. However, this also meant that most of the beloved minions were taken in by the Avil for protection, except for 5 of them: Dave, Mel, Gus, Tim, and Jerry, who were chosen to be part of a special team called the Mega Minions. With new abilities granted to them by the Avil, they were tasked with assisting in the battle against Maxime. However, the Mega Minions' enthusiasm got the best of them, and after causing a series of mishaps in the city, the Avil had to quickly call off the operation. Despite the upheaval, Gru and his family tried to adjust to their new life in Mayflower. Their neighbors, the Prescotts, were a curious bunch, especially their teenage daughter Poppy, who harbored dreams of becoming a villainess herself. Poppy, intrigued by Gru's past as a notorious villain, quickly recognized him. She saw this as an opportunity and threatened to expose Gru's true identity unless he helped her achieve her dream of villainy. Poppy's demand was simple. She wanted to steal the honey badger mascot, Lenny, from Lychee Paspon, so she could prove herself worthy of being enrolled in the school. Gru reluctantly agreed, knowing that keeping Poppy quiet was crucial to maintaining his family's cover. With the help of 2 minions and Gru Jr., the group managed to pull off the heist. However, the school's elderly principal, Ubelschlecht, wasn't as easily fooled. Using the school's security cameras, he identified Gru as the culprit and, more dangerously, informed Maxime of Gru's location.
You know, I think you and I might be looking for the same person.
The battle at Mayflower. The next day, Gru and Lucy tried to blend in with their new suburban life, playing tennis with the Prescotts. But peace was short-lived. Ubelschlecht, determined to see Gru pay for his crime, arrived at their house while Gru and Lucy were out. Margot, Gru's eldest daughter, quickly called her parents, and they rushed back to confront the old principal. The situation escalated rapidly as Ubelschlecht made it clear he was working with Maxime. Gru and Lucy fought valiantly to protect their home. But in the chaos, Gru Jr. snaked out of the house, driven by a mix of curiosity and fear. Unfortunately, Maxime and Valentina were waiting. They kidnapped Gru Jr., intent on using him to demonstrate the effectiveness of their transformation serum. With Gru Jr. in their clutches, Maxime and Valentina retreated to their hideout. Gru was desperate to save his son, but he knew he couldn't do it alone. Lucy contacted the Avil, who immediately dispatched the Mega Minions to assist. The battle lines were drawn, but the odds were stacked against them. Poppy, feeling guilty for her role in Gru Jr.'s capture, decided to help Gru. She used her knowledge of villainy gleaned from years of studying Gru's exploits to locate Maxime's hideout. With her guidance, Gru and the Mega Minions launched a daring rescue mission. The final showdown. When Gru arrived at Maxime's lair, he was horrified to see what had become of his son.
Don't worry, Gru. The baby is fine. See for yourself.
Gru Jr. had been transformed into a grotesque human cockroach hybrid under Maxime's control. Maxime, reveling in his success, ordered Gru Jr. to attack his own father. The battle was fierce, with Gru trying desperately to reach the boy he knew was still inside the monster before him. Gru pleaded with Gru Jr., reminding him of their bond, the love they shared, and the memories they had made together. Slowly, Gru Jr. began to fight against Maxime's control. Gru's words broke through the trance, and Gru Jr. turned on Maxime, attacking him with a newfound fury. Maxime, caught off guard by the reversal, fought back. But he was no match for the combined strength of Gru Jr., and the Megaminions. In the end, Maxime was brought down by the very creatures he had sought to emulate. Cockroaches and other insects, along with a variety of animals, swarmed the villain, overwhelming him. The Megaminions delivered the final blow, squashing Maxime and bringing an end to his reign of terror. Aftermath and reconciliation. With Maxime defeated, Gru and his family were finally safe. Dr. Nefario, Gru's old friend and trusted scientist, worked tirelessly to reverse the transformation, restoring Gru Jr. to his human form. The family was reunited, and the nightmare they had endured seemed like a distant memory. However, Gru knew that some things needed closure. He visited Maxime in prison, where the former foes had a heart-to-heart conversation. Maxime, now stripped of his power and arrogance, admitted that his obsession with revenge had destroyed him. Gru, feeling a pang of sympathy for the man who had once been his friend, forgave him. In a surprising turn, the two performed Everybody Wants to Rule the World for the prison's inmates, including many of Gru's former adversaries. It was a strange but fitting end to their long-standing rivalry. As life returned to normal, Poppy successfully enrolled at Lychee Pass Bond, having proved herself capable of pulling off a heist, albeit with some help. She vowed to use her skills for good. Inspired by Gru's journey from villain to hero, Gru, Lucy, and their daughters returned to their home, grateful for the peace they had fought so hard to achieve. The Megaminions, having played a crucial role in the victory, were celebrated as heroes, though they quickly returned to their mischievous ways. As the sun set on another adventure, Gru couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. He had faced down an old enemy, saved his son, and emerged stronger for it. The world was safe once more, and Gru was ready to take on whatever challenges the future might bring with his family by his side. Thanks for watching.
Need something that I can...
How about this?